Whether we need healing, which we all do, or whether we are in the process of helping someone to heal, we need to go to the Good Shepherd, who is the grounding force of all healing. Because the Good Shepherd has compassion, because the Good Shepherd has felt abandoned, the Good Shepherd has suffered, the Good Shepherd was on the cross. And because the Good Shepherd knows that, then the Good Shepherd can be there for us in our moments when we need compassion and understanding. And somehow the people knew all around in Mark's gospel that that's where they could go to be healed. And they swarmed on the Good Shepherd, who had compassion for them, who could help them rest, who could help them take stock, who then prepared a banquet for them. Because in the midst of this gospel part that we didn't read, a big part that's left out, Jesus feeds them. So Jesus, the Good Shepherd, brings them, he has them rest, he prepares a meal for them, and then he heals them. And we hear in the gospel that all they needed to do was to touch the hem of his garment. There is healing for us from the Good Shepherd, but what's always bothered me is that I can't touch the hem of his garment. I asked at Brentland, how do we do this? And one of the people at Brentland said, well, we can touch the hem of his garment with our mind. Well, that's not good enough for me. I want to touch Jesus. We can touch Jesus, but we have to be in the present moment to do it. Many of us live in the past, where we're thinking about what has happened in the past. Maybe it's the past where the hurt happened that needs to be healed. And then many of us, and I would be number one, live in the future. I'm always thinking about getting to the next thing, hence the coffee to go. Got to get to Valencia. I mean, forget the journey, but it's like, where am I going next? What am I going to be doing? I mean, have you ever driven the car someplace and not remember how you got there? It's not good, people. But we've all done it because we're thinking ahead or we're thinking behind. We're not in the present. God is in the present, not the past, not the future. Here, right now, right here. And the way that we can touch the hem of the cloak of Jesus is when we are in the present moment. I was a chaplain, when I was a chaplain at Strong, there was a man who was dying and he requested communion. So in my hustle bustle A+ corporate America way, I roared down to the chaplain's office, went to the hombre, got the Eucharist for him, put it in the container, got all the things I needed to give him communion, and I'm roaring through the hospital, weaving between people, I mean, after all the guys dying, I got to get there, and I'm thinking, should I do the stairs, the elevator? I'm just like, I've got to get this to this guy. And all of a sudden I'm standing there and I realized that my hand was holding on to the Eucharist. And I had one of those grace-filled moments where all of a sudden you realize you're touching Jesus. That I was carrying Jesus to this man. And I felt incredibly whole and healed and so present in the moment. We come on Sunday to be present in the moment. We can touch Jesus. We see, we taste, and we take in the healing presence of Christ through the Eucharist. And that allows us to be healed so that we can then go out and heal.